No, I did.
Alright, welcome to Young, Dumb, and Rich podcast. We always have to do the intro.
You're in charge of the intro.
Okay. Have you figured out a video for the intro?
No,
God, you're so fucking
like a
slacky.
highlight video.
Yeah, like an intro.
Oh,
Like whatever we
Matt
talk
and
about.
Shane has.
Yes, and like the
gotcha.
music. We gotta find a good song that like represents us.
Gotcha.
They have a really good song. I didn't even know it was from a real song.
I mean, I would assume it sounds like a real song.
It is a real song. I've heard the real song. It's from Compton. Anyways, how's your week been?
Great. Great. Today's Monday.
Today's Monday, so last week. How was your last week?
Great.
I didn't hear much from you.
No, it was good.
I've been busy. You've been busy?
You were off school. It was nice. We played a lot
Don't
of
tell
picking
my
balls.
story. Tell your story.
No, it was good. Hit
Yeah?
the gym. Played basketball a few days. And played pickleballs.
Pickleballs.
Played a lot of picky balls.
Yeah, pickleball was fun.
Pickleballs with the fam.
Stop.
making me
Stop. Yeah, pickleball was fun.
It's been nice weather. Cold weather.
Yeah, I like the cold. What do you think of the cold? Do you like the cold?
It's all right.
Yeah.
It's a nice change of pace sometimes. If it's cold all the time, I'd probably kill myself. But seriously.
And here I was thinking we should move to the north area, like Montana
No.
or Washington or Colorado.
I hate being outside whenever it's cold. Inside and it's cold, it's
But what if it's
acceptable.
What if it's sunny and cold?
How cold?
How do you feel about that?
How cold are you talking?
50?
50's not cold. Not too bad.
Okay. 50, 40, 40, 50.
40 is the one that's getting into that uncharted territory.
But sunny. Like sunny. What you doing? Yes or no?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Like all the time. If it was a freaking cloudy day and 50 degrees outside,
You're going to have once in a while, you're going to have those
slitting
days.
my wrist.
Yeah, you definitely don't want to be in Ohio because that's where that happens often.
Yeah.
But that's good to know. That's good to know.
I was spring breaky.
Just got crazy, went to Cancun. Got fucked up.
You didn't go
I was with the girls, getting crazy down there. I don't even remember half the week, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I was deep in the trenches
Your life's
of
a movie.
alcoholism.
Your life is a movie, huh? Your life is a movie.
My life is a movie. No, it was chill. I feel like I got more tired in spring break than actually rest.
Yeah, because you still had to work. You still had to get up for work.
Yeah, and I jacked up my sleep.
Yeah.
But hey, it was nice because
But we're
it kind
turning
of
a new
reminded
leaf.
me that I have there will be an end to classes in the summer because I'm not taking any classes. So, dude, in the summer, I have plans for us.
Yeah, I gave you a taste of it, huh?
Yeah, for real, I want to start the podcast. Not the podcast, but the interview video on the summer. And I want us to do more podcasting more
Yeah.
regularly because we've
Well,
really been not doing this.
Podcast is only a segment of this. Like, we got to start doing other things.
Mm.
Like I was saying, I should have recorded out there today. Like, and just time-lapsed it. Because
Yeah.
people like that shit.
They do, but do you like that shit?
What do you mean?
Do you like watching it?
Would I watch
Do
it?
you
No.
want it in your channel?
I'm not an idiot.
I like watching it. But
Exactly.
no, I think we should do more I want to do more stuff, fun stuff, things that represent you and me kind of more.
Yeah.
You like to
Our
do
house, cleaning
try
up our
stuff.
house represents us, right? Cleaning
No,
up
not
our
really.
Sanctuary, our temple.
No, I want to do I actually want to try things and make you react to it. Because I have things that I go throughout work and the whole day, thinking this would be funny if we tried it or if we foods or people, certain animations or stuff like that and see what you think of it. Or whenever if you look at a picture of a girl, what do you think of that girl? I like your reactions.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is with you is you give me still reactions. You're not a really good reactor.
You want me to be like a fake YouTube reactor? One of the YouTube
No.
reactors that watch a video and they're going,
No, the goal is that they articulate your reaction. If you're not gonna have an emotion for it, you're not very facial
right.
expressions. You
Yeah.
don't have a lot of facial expressions. But when you're excited, you do. And when you're disgusted, you do. When you're
Right.
in a good mood,
If it's
and then something
that's
turns you on or
it's
you
alright.
actually really like, then you express it.
Right.
But you have to be in a good mood for it. I'm like, bruh, why can you react to things at all times? I react to things at all times.
So
Like,
things
what
that I'm just indifferent about,
a
whatever.
lot of times
It's
you're
a-
very indifferent.
Yeah.
It's just not a good way to live through life.
No, I don't care about anything but myself. Just kidding.
It's the middle-aged syndrome, dude. That's the middle-aged
child?
syndrome.
Middle child, you idiot.
Oh, shoot. Middle child syndrome. For sure.
So stupid.
Dude, don't try me today.
You woke
I
up-
am not in the mood for this today.
You're tired, huh? You need a nap.
Yeah. So,
Yeah, nice
watch
little
out.
nap. It's going to be impossible for you to take naps now.
I'm
Now that you want to get 8 hours, you can't take naps.
Yeah, no.
You have to.
There's
go
no
to bed.
time to take naps right now, so.
No, that's bedtime.
Oh.
That's what it is. It's
No
not
nap
nap time.
time,
It's
bedtime.
Yeah.
When freaking I try to lay down, you're like, no, not time.
No nap
Bedtime.
You're staying in bed forever.
Yeah, I freaking go to bed at 3. I'm staying there until 2 a.m.
That's okay. I'd rather feel good the next day than stay up late and.
I won't feel good. I'll feel drunk from so much sleep. Like, it doesn't feel good when
8
I get.
hours.
Exactly, but I'm saying, like, if I go to bed at 3. I was thinking today, I was like, should I
Oh,
just
you
get
mean
home
like
and go to
all
sleep?
day? Yeah. 12 hours? Nah.
Dude, I was thinking of going to bed. Like, the minute I got home, like, let me just freaking lay down.
But the thing, yeah.
But I'll feel like crap.
Well, the thing is, like, you feel like crap, but then, like, 4 or 5 hours after you wake up, that's whenever you start feeling like, oh, shit, like, the sleep actually did good. But, like, whenever you first wake up, it's like, I just want to go back to sleep.
Yeah.
You feel sluggish, but after a couple hours, your body is like, all right, bet. This is actually sick.
Sleep is good,
Yeah, it's great.
but too much sleep is not good.
In high school, I used to love going to sleep. Are you
You
kidding me?
when we first started dating, you loved falling asleep. But you did this thing with the phone. Like, you were on your phone till last minute and you're like passed out.
Yeah.
I hated that. I was like, don't do that.
A lot of times we'd be talking on the phone and you just soothe me to sleep, singing me a lullaby.
I didn't sing lullabies, bro.
I would just fall asleep so nice and easy.
First month of dating, you're like, can you sing me a lullaby, please,
Sing me
baby?
a lullaby. Please.
I was like, yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
But I don't know how to sing, so probably would have been pretty bad.
Started a new leaf. Waking up on time for work. Or not on time, but waking up before I have to leave, basically.
Yeah.
So,
Have you been successful?
one time.
When did you start? Sunday?
One day. Yeah. My last day. So
New leave turn,
100%
baby.
streak right now since Sunday.
That's good, though. What made
Yeah.
you do that?
I wanted to eat food, and I don't want to like wake up and be like, oh, I have to do my hair and brush my teeth and actually go fast. I'd rather just like chill, wake up, have
Yeah.
time to make coffee if I want coffee.
So you had time on Sunday?
Yeah, I left and I went to McDonald's right across the street from the house. They were closed. They told me they were closed, and I was like, doesn't it say 24 hours on your shit? I didn't say that, but I was like,
Of course you
"Oh,
didn't, dude. You
okay."
should have.
No, they're just a freaking drive-through employee, babe. I'm not going to heckle a drive-through
No,
employee.
it's not about heckling. It's literally a genuine question. It's like, wait, hold up. You're not
And
24
it literally
hours?
says 24 hours on their sign.
Then why didn't you ask? I'm like, yo, isn't it 24 hours? Like, what's this closing
Like
thing?
maybe they have like a break.
You
the only
can't
thing.
have 24 hour and have a break.
Right.
That's not 24 hour.
The person in the drive-through said we're currently closed unless like it's a DoorDash or Uber Eats order or some
Oh,
stupid shit like that.
There's
and it's
conditions? Then they should advertise that.
like right.
I would have.
Don't say 24 hours. So then I was like, okay, that one's closed, no big deal. Went down, stopped at the one on Beach in St. John's Bluff.
You had time for that?
Yeah, I told you I woke up early. I left like 45 minutes early. I was like, I'm getting food today.
Uh-huh.
I rolled through. Sorry, we're closed at this time. Bruh.
Damn.
0 for 2. And then I was like, what else is on my way? I was like, last resort. I went to Wawa. And I got like a little melt, like an egg and sausage melt thing that they actually had. It was actually
it
a warm.
warm?
Yeah. I didn't have to order it. It was just like in their little hot case. I was like, bet. Because I was like looking forward to food.
Yeah. That
But,
sucks.
yeah. And that was at 3:30, 3:45-ish a.m. So I think McDonald's is actually closed from 3 to 4 or 2 to 4, something like that. Closed.
Really?
Yeah.
Last time when we went to get McDonald's, whenever the moon was out, like the red moon,
Uh-huh.
the blood moon,
Yeah, what time was that?
was that after 3? Yeah, I think that was after 3.
Yeah,
Like
I
after
think
4, it was
4
like 5.
or 5. Yeah.
That's good to know, though.
Yeah.
I mean, I never really want to get McDonald's that early.
No, 3 a.m.
Yeah, 'cause I can just get
Just go
burritos.
to bed. Just go to bed. Get burritos from where?
Bruh, I've been a burrito fiend.
Taco Bell's open till like 2 a.m. I think, or something like that.
No, for Publix, I mean. Like at work.
Right.
I like-
Oh, like
Yeah.
gotcha.
Yeah, they usually have the registers open, so I'm like,
But yeah, it was a big adventure that day.
You didn't tell me that. I'm just
I
saying.
was saving it for the pod. I think that's a freaking amazing story.
Well, I didn't really ask.
It's only so often that we have news stories to tell each other.
No. I have a new story to tell you.
Okay, go ahead. Something like that. Something like out of the ordinary.
No,
You
not
know?
really.
Cause
I
stuff
bought
that's out of the
McDonald's today.
ordinary.
Oh, yeah, I already told you that. Damn it.
I did too. I bought 2 sausage egg McMuffins and 2 sausage egg
Were they-
McGriddles.
Buy $1.
Yeah, 2 and 2. I had 4 breakfast sandwiches this morning for breakfast.
Was it good?
I feasted. Yeah.
Were you full up? Were
I
you like
took a
sluggish
fat
after?
poop.
Were you sluggish?
But I ate all 4. I'm eating all 4 of these. 'Cause
Yeah. I
I'll
gotta
get-
stop eating my like burritos and McDonald's too.
Yeah. Start hitting the gym more often.
But-
We've been.
I'm taking one thing at a time, babe. You can't take everything at once. Like I'm trying to work on my sling, so then like what I'm gonna restrict everything.
Right.
No. I gotta take it one by one, so I don't get overwhelmed and just burn out, and then do everything horrible.
Yeah.
Smart people think smartly.
Very smart. God, not even video.
Well, you know, so I got this thing. I forgot last time we did. I think literally I got this before, after our last podcast, and we haven't podcasted in forever. But I
Been a
got
couple
this.
weeks.
I have 2. Would you rather? But we're only gonna do one this time, okay? But this is by Shane Gillis, and he like,
By Shane Gillis.
cause he like jokes around his dad a lot, right?
Yeah.
And I was like wondering, that's a good question, but he's fucking weird. He says, would you rather get shot in the head or 69 with your dad?
Shot in the head for sure.
He said 69 with your dad.
Who did Shane?
Yes. He's like,
He's
look,
so scared of
it's
dying.
just a moment of us just sharing. You just tell him not to think about it.
Hell no.
No. Yeah. I mean, I'm a girl. I'll definitely get shot in the head. I'm like, yep, just do it.
I'd be fucking
But you're a
terrorized
guy.
for the rest of my life.
But
I'd
you
have to be in a
had
mattress
to.
padded room, or else I'd kill myself after. You realize that, right?
But you had to, though.
I'd shoot myself in the head. Sorry. Jesus Christ.
So I mean, I guess you're right.
I don't wanna do that to my
you
dad
either shoot
or me.
yourself or someone else shoots you in the head, because in the end you're gonna die either way.
Yeah, what does he think about his dad? His dad's got to do it too. It's like,
Yeah.
Really, you wouldn't take that bullet for me?
Shane is like, gotta do it.
Hell no.
That's how you
freaking
know
kidding
you really love your dad.
me? That's how you know. I don't know.
No, I'm getting shot in the head for sure. You're right.
Yeah. I'm blowing my brains out.
What does it say for those people who are like, yeah, I'm 69 with my dad?
69 with my dad, no big deal.
No big deal. Get over it real quick.
Oh, 69 or die? Oh, definitely 69 with my dad.
I don't want to die
Yeah, are you kidding me? I don't want to die. I'd rather fucking be gay as hell with my dad.
for the rest of my life. There's gonna be a memory in my head.
Yeah.
Us sucking on
Literally
each
gonna
other's
have
pee pee.
PTSD of 69ing for the rest of your life.
69 means like each mouth is to each private part, right?
Yeah, so it's just sucking each other's dick with your nose in their ass.
And like, imagine your
Like,
dad's
who's on
like,
top, who's on bottom?
oh, hairy butt, hairy
Yeah.
pee-pee, shriveled and old.
No way.
And his
in-
dad is like 60 something. And he's
Right.
like, yeah, 69 with my dad. He's crazy.
Dude's
He's
insane.
such a crazy
He's a
dude.
freaking tank. If he can take that and not freaking kill himself after.
And his dad is huge too.
Anytime, like, he's going to see the number 69, he's just going to think of his dad after that.
Oh no.
Anytime. Anybody, like, what's the
He's-
answer?
He's gonna be like that Indian dude in Walking Dead after his whole group got massacred, like killed. Remember he had like PTSD? And the doctor, the Indian doctor.
Oh. What did he have PTSD about? Oh, yeah. Whenever they got...
You're so
I forgot. We
special.
literally just watched it.
Yeah, we're still in it. He still
Yeah.
has PTSD.
That's literally what it's going to be, except with 69.
Literally, you're gonna be thinking about that every moment in your life. You're gonna be just sitting down regular, and suddenly you're gonna picture balls and penis. And
Yeah.
oh.
That's not something that you could just be like, it happened, whatever.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. I mean, I was the only reason why I put it down because I was like, you never know. There may be some different loophole. You can be like, well, You can picture it's a clean penis or something. I thought you were
No.
gonna come up with something different, but yeah,
I'm not
sure
afraid
not.
to blow my brains out.
It's not about being afraid. It's just you don't want to die.
So
If you could survive, why you suck your penis?
I don't know how being dead is. I know what 69 of your dad would be like, and that's definitely not what I'm all about.
That's actually a really really good
Yeah.
reasoning. You're smart for that one.
At
I was
least
just
I can
like, let
picture
me
it.
see how I can get away with the 69 with my finding a way to get 69 with my dad.
Oh.
But it's different. If I was a guy, I'm thinking as a guy. I'm like, oh, now.
Is that 69 to completion? 69 both
That would
people to
change.
completion?
What if you just have to like literally just put the penis in your mouth and like each way
Just a little
and
dabble?
take it out, right? And then you're saved. You don't get shot in the head. But if you had to do it to
No.
completion, that would suck.
No, I guarantee you it's to completion.
I don't think so. That would be cool if it wasn't. I'm gonna go and like comment on the be like, hey,
Yeah.
about
You
that.
should
Would you
DM
rather comment? Is it the completion or not? I just need to know from a
That's
podcast.
what we should do. We should go in there and DM him the video.
Uh-huh.
Be like, is it to completion or not?
Yeah, that's what I
Yeah,
need
we'll
to know.
try to get an
That would
answer.
change everything. What if it wasn't to completion though? Would you still
Like, you mean like literally just real
you
quick?
get in real quick, like you just insert in the set and
Well,
you take it
yeah.
out.
That's a little different.
Okay.
But nobody's 69s for 1 millisecond. And the dude that's holding the gun's not going to be like, all right, that was good. That's all I wanted to see. No, he's going
But
to be
like
like, keep
I
going.
mean, you'll be completely naked,
Right.
both of you.
Right.
You'll get in the bed, opposite, right? 69 position. And you literally think about this. You're putting your
Yeah,
dad's penis in your mouth, and he's doing the same with yours.
It's hard. It's very hard decision.
But it's like hard, and it feels like it's forever. But it was just like 2 seconds, and then you go out, and then you're like,
No, yeah.
okay,
I'd
you're not
probably
gonna shoot
still
us,
blow
right?
my brains out.
Mm.
To completion, not to completion. Doesn't matter. I'm taking the L on that one for sure.
Yeah, I understand. I don't fault you for that. But
I
that
hope
was.
not.
I mean, I was thinking, you'll find ways. But that good one, I'll DN him.
Yeah, I'm not afraid to die.
I
kidding me?
think he said 69. I think he did. Matt, I
probably
think he
did.
shoot himself. I think he said he said no, but shoot myself with that. He's weird about that.
Yeah.
He's weird about
He's
that.
weird about that. I would be okay
Dad
with
would be
it.
weird about that.
I would be okay with it. But he would just be weird.
Yeah,
He would make it weird.
he would make it too weird. Oh my god! I also found out that I was going through like YouTube, and then I found out, babe, there was a tragedy in 2022, in October 2022, Halloween night in Korea.
Mhm.
150 and something people died.
Mhm.
Youngsters died, and 2 Americans died in South Korea, in this popular city, Incheon. It's like a club city. It's known for its nightlife for youngsters, and they had Halloween night, and this was right after they opened from COVID lockdown, because they were
Yeah.
closed for like 3 years.
Right.
They wouldn't let anybody in, so people came or like go out either. Well, everybody like went out this night. It was crowded as hell, and there was this alley that was like sloped down, and it was a crowd surge. Have you ever heard of that? Crowd surge, like SURGE.
Oh, crowd surge.
Surge. Yeah,
Like people just pushing each other and stuff like that. Yeah.
I didn't know that's like
A mosh
if
pit
you
kinda
find
thing.
like if you
Yeah.
finding yourself in a very very crowded area, it's super fatal, like super
Oh, yeah.
deadly. And I was like looking at those like, how do people die? Because they were showing just video people like literally, you would literally like it looked like a mass of like little fishes.
Ants or something.
Yeah, the cameras were crazy. And I was like, wait, but how did 150 something people died in this, and like 200 were injured? And I was like trying to find out what the heck happened, like who got shot, and I didn't understand what was happening with the crowd.
Yeah.
And I learned a whole new thing because I went and searched, how do you die in a crowd?
Uh-huh. You get freaking
And,
stampeded.
That and suffocation, like
Really?
asphyxiation, like from like the body, from you being so tight, you suddenly like get pushed into like the walls, because this was an
just, like-
alleyway that was very narrow,
Yeah.
and there's just crowds of people because Korea's so crowded. First of all, it's so small, and there's a bunch of young kids like in Halloween costumes and everything going out like
That's insane.
through they're just pushing, and suddenly out of nowhere, if one person falls, the other person falls on top of that person, and then on top of the person, and on top of the person. So this person right here could still be alive, but killed by everybody on top.
Yeah,
And then you see it in the video. You see them all like walking and moving, right? And suddenly you just see like in the alley down, you just see like a bunch of just bodies.
bunch of people
just laid.
Yeah.
They are not moving. And this crowd right here still moving like how it was before. But this right here.
Damn, why are people so stupid?
Dude, people were like climbing on the side of the walls because they were seeing this. And like there was like people that were, this American was like, my friend was under everybody. She literally was like putting her hand out and I couldn't get her out because there was so many bodies on top.
Sad.
And it was gruesome, like how people just suffocate.
Yeah,
And like
they walk over you too.
Yeah, and like whenever they squeeze you to death like this, like you start not being able to breathe. And I was like, well, how do you freaking survive that? Like if you find yourself in like I'm not ever going on raves. I'm not going on raves. I'm not going on festivals. I'm not going in alleyways.
Stay away from large groups like that. Where you don't know what the fuck's gonna happen.
Yeah, well, like I was looking at this water bomb festival in South Korea, and it was like a bunch of crowd, and I was like, should I go? Like, that looks fun. And then I looked at the crowd, and I was like, no, crowd surge. I'm never going anywhere crowded. And I never thought like that because I was like, oh, it's just a crowd, whatever. But they said that if you wanted to survive, you can just like, you try to like, you don't pick up anything. The minute like someone trips, stay on your ground, like don't because it's just like a domino effect on everybody. And it's like, well, how are you gonna stay on your ground if everybody's pushing you?
Try to find something to hold on to or something. I don't know.
Yeah. People, it was crazy. I didn't hear about this at all, but I found out about that and I was like, oh, that's so sad.
Yeah, it happens a lot.
It was on Halloween night. Like everybody was just celebrating.
100 and something though. That's insane.
That's insane. And then people are like,
a lot of people.
How did they let this happen? It's like, dude, there were only like 200 police officers and they were like trying to stop people from like getting so crowded. But it's not something you can really stop once it starts.
No.
Because people are just going to. Right.
Once you have so many people in that area.
You can't get out because that alleyway didn't have any like stores, like doors to go into or exits.
Yeah.
So it literally was just trapped walls. And like people were just climbing. And then suddenly you see just like costumes, shoes, and like they showed the after effect. And in Korea, they lay down like food, fruits and stuff with a candle, like essence for like the dead. And like you see this grandpa, like this shop owner that's like older man, like in the middle of that alleyway, like puts that down, just bows down because he's just crying his eye out because it's like, it literally was like a pile of dead bodies, and I was like sardines. You know how sardines?
Yeah, that's a lot of freaking people.
But I learned something new.
Yeah, crowd surges.
I don't get scared about crowds. I never thought,
Yeah, concerts and stuff. They do like mosh pits and stuff, and it's just like you're in there and you're pushing, like everybody's just pushing each other. But then one person goes down, nobody's really paying attention. They're all like stepping on top of that person. They freaking kill him. Yeah. They freaking get trampled to death.
Isn't that what happened with Travis Scott like concert? Isn't that why he got canceled for? Like there was like a few people that died. That's the thing. There was only a few people because
they got trampled, or were they drugs?
No,
overdoses.
No, I don't think it was drugs because they were talking about how crazy his concerts are. Because there's crazy mosh pits. Is that what it is?
Yeah.
Like they get too rowdy. They break onto like there's like how there's like metal things that like separates the groups from one area to another.
Okay, yeah.
They break in through. They chase him. Like they were just talking about how like rowdy he makes his audience in the concerts. So they started like.
Those are true NPCs. All those people are freaking NPCs.
But babe, those NPCs paid to see you. We're gonna have a ton of NPCs. I'm all about that NPC fan, man.
Fanboys.
Look, if I get NPC fans, I'll treat them good.
It's like, what are you acting a fool for? Like, are you trying to impress somebody? Or are you trying to freaking
just beat about? They're trying to be a part of something bigger than themselves.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they're trying to feel the music and go crazy. Do you ever feel like letting out what's inside of you and just going, like that? I do.
I guess.
Yes, you definitely.
Really?
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah.
The lady across the street came over and the lady that lives there, I guess.
The Hispanic?
Yeah.
The big
she
one?
came over. Her name's Amanda. She rang the doorbell and was like, "Hey." I'm like, "Hey, what's up?" she's like, I just live right over there, like right across the street there. And I'm like, yeah, what's going on? And she was talking to me about those kids that I told you about the other day that were in the middle of the road and stuff. She's like, yeah, there's these like couple kids on the street now, and like we're having problems with them. Like they're shooting up like heroin, like they're doing drugs and shit, and they're like foster kids, and they're being held in the house down the street, I guess. And she was like, yeah, they like are going in people's backyards, opening up gates. Like they came out of the bushes right over here. Like one of the days, she said she saw them. She said she's called the police a lot, like a couple times about them. Like they're trying to get them. Like I'm like, yeah, that's not cool because, you know, you go to work at 1 a.m. If these freaking 3 meth heads or whatever approach you, like that's not cool. But they're only like 13, 14 years old. The 2 girls are, and then they hang out with a guy or 2 guys that are like 19 years old, and he like gives them drugs and whatever, or like however they do that. And she was just like, yeah, I just wanted to let you know, like, just kind of like be on the lookout. And I was like, okay, yeah, that's kind of messed up because I saw them the other day, and they were in the like literally just sitting down the street, like I told you. And they had their bike in the other lane, and I'm like, all right, well, I had to literally swerve around them and then curve around their bike. She's like, yeah, they're not going to get out of your way. Like the other day, they were literally laying in the street on their back, like starfishing in the street like that, and they would not move for her. She said.
Oh.
And I'm like, yeah, this is not good. Like,
what's wrong with these kids?
And she was like, yeah, you know, we've called the police multiple times, and then the police told us to contact, like, you know, Child's Protective Services or something like that.
Because obviously these people are not taking care of them.
Right, the foster parents or whatever. But obviously the police can't do anything because they're foster kids or whatever.
Is it that house that we gave the dog to?
I don't know.
I think it is, babe.
You think so?
That's the house that I keep seeing young kids going to. And I'm like, what the mix of a house? I was like, interesting.
Well, they were walking earlier the street whenever I was eating food. It was the guy with the beard and then a lady. They were walking the dog.
Yeah, that's the house that I see everybody going to. And a pretty big house, too.
I was like, yeah, that's not cool. She was like, yeah, just be on the lookout.
Heroin.
Yeah, they look.
Crackheads?
Like, I don't know.
Jeez.
She said needles and stuff. Like, she saw them shooting up. And she was like, yeah, just be careful because
I need to lock my doors.
Yeah, they've been coming in the back. She was like, yeah, she saw them go in the back of their yard, like open up their gate, just go back there and stuff.
We need to make sure our gates are fucking locked then.
Yeah.
Because our thing looks like it's locked, but it's not locked. You saw that?
Yeah.
Now that Joanne has her stuff back here, she's going to put her stuff back here.
Yeah, we're going to get a padlock.
Yeah, I want to make sure. And if I'm going to get chickens, I don't want them to murder my chickens. Or give them heroin.
They'll be gone soon if I had to guess.
Yeah.
Because they're not, I mean, if they're freaking doing drugs on the street and they're kids, and then they have kids. Like, imagine if one of their kids gets out and it's just like...
The needle finds a needle, dude.
Yeah.
Those kids are not done.
It's freaking stupid. So I was like, oh, okay, thank you very much. I was like, what's your name? She's like, I'm Amanda, and my husband's name is Henry. And I was like, those are 2 white names, and you guys obviously aren't white. And I was like...
No. Dude, you like in your head, you're like...
I was like, all right, your name's Amanda.
Did she have an accent?
Yeah, a little
bit. Like a Hispanic? Like a cute Hispanic accent?
Yeah.
Like how I say words weird sometimes?
Yeah. Yeah, she had, like, a little bit of an accent.
She probably grew up there.
But, yeah, and she was like, my husband's name is Henry. And I was like, would not have guessed that, but that's cool.
I was thinking Juan, San Pablo.
Yeah. Amanda and Henry.
Jose.
That's the 2 people that lived there.
Pedro.
And her little kid was there. And he came up, and she was like, go back to the
Fidel.
house. You're still on the name. But, yeah.
Oscar.
I was like, dang.
So you were.
Yeah, they looked so weird. Like in the street, they wouldn't move, and their bike was in the middle of the street. I was like, something's fucking going on. I didn't know they were doing drugs and shit, but
I didn't know that they didn't move for you.
Yeah, I told you. They were like, I
know they were in the middle of the road, and they were like hillbillies, but I didn't know they didn't move for you.
They just stared.
Do you think they want like? That's the thing. It's like, what makes a kid go that bad? No parent, like, they sit in the road, in the middle of the road, and starfish, babe. What do you think that's telling us? They literally are, like, not trying to get attention, but they want to be seen, I think. Like, literally just being hillbillies like that, like
Yeah.
just a menace to society. It's just like, it's when you know these kids are like, they crave something, they need
Yeah.
order in their life. That sucks.
She was
I'm
like,
just, I'm not just saying this because they're foster kids. I'm just saying this because they're freaking acting like that.
yeah,
That's
she
what
was like
happens.
the people a couple doors down, I guess.
The black guys, the black family, the black couple, or is it the other?
I don't know if it was them or another one.
Uh-huh.
She said like people a couple doors down. They knew that they went into their backyard or whatever, so they went out there, and they were like, "Well, we can't do anything because like they were outside the front of their house or whatever, right?" And they were like talking, like telling them to move out from out the front of their house or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the kid, they were basically saying no, 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 and then eventually like they went away. And then as they were walking away, the kid went like this, like pretending to have like guns. And then the lady was like, "Yeah, I don't know what that was all about, but." She was like, they were pretending that they would come back and, do something.
Yeah.
Yeah, the people were like, if we can't do anything because they're like in the middle of the street or whatever, but like if they were coming onto your property, it'd be something different. You could, self-defense, but they're just kids.
Yeah.
But still.
But kids can be
If
crazy.
they're on drugs and stuff, you don't know what they could do. Grab a knife and just freaking stab you to death. Like, kids are freaking insane.
I just don't get it. It's just sad when it gets to that point.
Yeah.
And also, like, when you're a fostering kid and you're not supposed to, like,
Those people
watch them.
Yeah, the Child Protective Services need to come out and take those kids.
Yeah, this is not a good home to be at if this dude is letting them just lay around.
If you have people on the street calling the cops multiple times, the cops need to do something else rather than tell you to go call somebody else.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, these kids are possibly putting other kids and families in danger on the street. Like, something's got to happen.
And it's not just that we think they're dangerous. It's the fact that drugs added to a
seen
young
it.
mind that is fudged up in the head
Yeah.
can do many dangerous things. Like, kids just being sad do many dangerous things.
Right.
Kids can shoot up school. Like, that just happens. You know what I'm saying? Ooh. Well, I guess I'll keep an eye. And I'll have to lock my car. Because I get remember, like, we didn't even lock our door.
Yeah.
We forgot to lock our doors in the front. Baby, you were supposed to protect me. What happened? Oh, my God.
Protect you now. Just in the morning before you go to your car, just wake me up.
No, that would make you tired. If I see them out there, I'll look before I actually go outside, though. I'll be more aware.
Yeah, well, I don't think looking would do anything because they came out of the bushes the one day, the lady was saying. So don't.
Did they come out of our bushes?
That's what she said. She said the bushes right across, like in front of that person's house right here next to us. Oh, there's bushes in front of their house. I think that's what she was talking about. And she was like, it's just so weird because we've been here 2-3 years and it's always been so quiet. We haven't had anything like this happen. And now it's like these kids are here for whatever reason and they're freaking being hillbillies.
Yeah. It's like a nice dead end. That's why we liked it.
I was like, yeah, something's got to happen. Like,
It's definitely going to happen, but after what? You know?
I don't know.
No, you just have to watch your
If we
kids.
have any instances with them, I'm definitely going to have to call somebody and be like,
Yeah. I mean, if I see them, I'm like, hi, good morning.
I wouldn't say anything to
You
them.
guys doing okay? You need water?
You don't know what they will do, babe. I wouldn't say anything to them.
They're not like rabies kids, though.
You don't know if they have a knife on them or a gun, babe. You don't think about stuff like that?
It just made me feel bad.
That doesn't make me feel bad.
I know. That's the thing. It's like, I know, but I also know the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know. Obviously, you're not trying to be freaking a savior, but I'm saying, like, I also know the dangers of being, like, high alert. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Stop. And then they literally are just, like, acting the way they are because there's something. They're not going to do anything, but they're just acting the way they are. Like, Reggie, he acts so tough and everything, but he gets like that when he's angry or sad. And, like, he starts crying right after being angry. And it's just, like, because he's sad. And I'm, like, I learned that watching him. I'm like, oh, so there's kids out there who literally pull a whole new face in front, and then they take it apart. And you're like, oh, you're just a hurt kid. Like, you're just feeling pain.
Yeah.
But you don't know how to show it anything else. And then you're not going to do anything, though.
But if you're on drugs.
But that's the thing that really catches me. It's like,
Yeah.
you're on drugs, and it's 1 a.m. in the morning. Nobody's watching you. Nobody's here to see anything.
Right.
I just get shoot up, and then you walk away, and it's like,
Yeah.
yeah. but hey.
So it's jacked up.
It is. It really is. But I didn't know they were a foster family. That's interesting.
Yeah.
Do you ever want to foster?
No, probably not.
Yeah, probably
We
not.
can't have our own kids.
Yeah, we'll have 5 of our own kids.
Well, foster family, that's just like you're there just for the time being, or what?
For the time being, until someone adopts you, or you get transferred to the next house,
Oh.
or until you turn 18, or unless the family decides that they don't want to take care of you because you're too much or whatever. I watched some show that says it was about foster kids.
That's so weird. Why wouldn't they have like just like a big home for?
You just don't have the resources for it.
So you're a foster home,
So people take foster kids in.
and then they just go whenever. So they probably don't give a fuck about them.
No, because they get paid for that. Then they're check up on them and everything. They don't give a fuck because most of them don't give a fuck. Like, people who take kids in, as many kids as they want,
Yeah.
sometimes have the reputation of just doing it for the money. But it's not a lot of money either. It's not like crazy money. But if you think about it, 200 a month, a week for each kid.
Yeah. It's jacked up.
But it's not many resources. So we need families that are like, yeah, I'll take a foster kid. And then sometimes they end up adopting them if they go into a good home.
Mm-hmm.
And the home is like, I actually really love this kid. Let me adopt him.
Right.
And I can afford that.
Gotcha. Whenever you said foster, I thought I meant like they just got adopted, but foster meaning
They don't belong to the family.
Right.
They're just there as like a home to have. Because they don't have any other. They're all friends pretty much for now. Until the foster system. Like until the parents probably in jail or whatever. And then they're just in there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's sad. That was depressing.
It's trash. Yeah.
Yeah, so we need to actually lock the door.
Your doorbell. I was like, what's going on? Because
Yeah, I talked to the guy. Told you the guy didn't give me much of an impression. He just gave me kind of like a, huh?
Yeah.
So I really didn't like him much.
So. Yeah.
I was surprised that I came talk.
I was surprised that I saw her there.
That's cool that she came and said something.
Yeah.
That's what you got neighbors for.
She was just like, yeah. I was like, yeah. Oh, that's freaking trash.
Maybe I should tell homegirl Sarah. Let homegirl know she got some puppies they can kill. But she has a real fence, though.
Mm-hmm.
She actually closes her fence. Can you jump over that fence?
Yeah. Why not?
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Why not?
Oh, my God.
Jump over any fence.
Anyways, trip to Crystal River. April, baby. We got to take time off. I want to get chickens. What do you think about chickens? You like chickens? What do you think about that? Do you think about getting chickens ever in your life? Your wife? Future wife?
Chickens? Chickens are just chickens. They're kind of just there. They give you eggs. But, like, the chicken themselves is just like a big, stupid, idiot bird.
You're
Big,
going to
fat,
fall in
stupid
love
bird
with
that
them.
Can't fly.
Stop.
You know that,
They're
right?
dinosaurs, babe.
I wonder if the raccoon will get them, though.
It won't.
We'll just have to lock them up.
We're not. I'm going to let them roam during the day, but not at night.
I don't think raccoon will get a chicken, though.
No, raccoon will be like,
Get that.
what the heck?
I wonder if he's going to get that stuff out there.
Probably not.
Probably not. What a freaking idiot. I'm like, dude,
He
come
doesn't
here.
trust you
He
yet.
just freaking went back into his stupid hole.
He should have thrown it into his hole.
Yeah. That would have been cool if I could make it in there.
Yeah, it would have been.
Just hits him right in his head.
And then he would have trusted you and he would have come down for more.
Yeah.
It's like a cartoon.
Well, I put them there and they're nice and bright. Maybe he'll see them, maybe not.
Yeah. He can probably smell it and everything, but he's not going to get it.
But if I make
he
noise.
saw you.
If I make noise and
Did
stuff,
you do
he
noise?
looks. Yeah. He'll look at me, and then I walked over there, and then whenever I got close enough, he kind of just like backed into it.
Yeah, he probably was like, yeah, this dude is trying to trap me. I know this is a trap.
Like, I'm just trying to feed
I
you
had
some
too
veggies.
many trappers.
Just trying to feed you some veggies, bruv.
Yeah, I love the fact that you did veggies.
They
What
like
if
veggies.
what if he's in the keto diet? What if he's all about meat? It's like,
they
I
don't
ain't
eat
no
meat.
bitch.
I don't think they eat meat.
I thought they did.
They eat insects, I think. But like,
I thought they hunt.
no, raccoons don't hunt.
Wait, what are
Raccoons
raccoons?
eat fruits and berries and stuff like that, mainly.
Where do they come from? And why are they widely known around
What
here?
are they? What are they, like dog cats? Cats?
I don't know.
Cats?
Can we like domesticate it? The
That
raccoon?
one probably not.
Why not?
Probably not a wild one. They're freaking insane.
Electrocute it every time it wants to run away. You're my pet now.
If you got like a baby raccoon, I'm sure you could keep it as a pet.
Okay, so if we get 2 coats 5 chickens. Do you think the raccoon would play with our goats and our 5 chickens?
I'm pretty sure he'll be scared because the goat's bigger than him.
Wait, well, I'm talking about like, really?
Yeah.
I'm thinking a miniature goat.
Right.
I'm thinking I'm betting on that. I think I'm going to be like, me, put it up there by the tree. Like, an offering to you.
An offering.
An offering for friendship.
A friend. Offering of 2 friend goats.
They're friendly and very juicy.
Friendly
He won't kill them. I know that.
No, they're not going to hunt something that's just as big as them. They're not going to try to kill, like,
Yeah.
eat something that's just as big.
Do you think like a hawk would kill a raccoon?
No, raccoons are too big for hawks.
How big are raccoons and how big are hawks?
Hawks get like...
I thought hawks were huge. Like the hawk right there was big.
They could be huge. That one was not that
No.
big.
I've seen bigger. I've seen bigger in the mountains in
But-
Tennessee.
Right, yeah. The hawks that are here, I'm pretty sure aren't that big.
Just bullshit.
Yeah,
I was saying in the mountains.
yeah.
But I've seen it in documentaries, and they have like.
Yeah.
Wait, I'm thinking about an eagle. I'm so sorry. I'm thinking of an eagle.
Oh,
I'm so diversified in birds that I know so well which each different one is. You know what an ostrich is? I know too. They can't fly.
No, they can't. But they're huge.
They're dinosaurs. All of them are dinosaurs.
Kind of want to go to the zoo. That is expensive.
It's so expensive. I would not pay for that. Unless they're like giving me Dippin' Dots for free. They're giving me chocolate for free, like ice
McDonald's
cream.
is so overrated.
Babe, I just want to try it once.
Do they still make them, you think?
I think so. I believe so. Dude, if we go, you gotta get me Dippin' Dots.
Yeah, if I ever see Dippin' Dots, I'll buy you. Anywhere
Yeah.
we go.
And then I'll have like one bite and be like, good experience. Throw everything away.
You'd be like, this is ice cream. I don't like ice cream.
Dude,
Like,
I
"That's what
fantasized
tried
about
telling
it.
You.
I just need
It's
to try
ice cream
it.
balls. Isn't
Babe.
that weird?
I just need to try it. My whole childhood, I went without it. And every time I went to the zoo, I was like, please. Like, no, we're too poor for that.
Please give me Dippin' Dots. $9
If they-
for a little cup of
If they
freaking
could see
Dippin'
me
Dots.
now, if you buy it for me, babe, I'd be like, see me now, bro.
I'm the savior. If I buy you Dippin' Dots, I'm actually the savior.
You're my white savior.
I'm the sugar savior of you.
My sugar daddy savior, baby. Nah, I wouldn't go to the zoo unless it's free.
Yeah.
I could go to the wild in Africa to go see those animals. You know what I'm saying? Like in the natural state. I would love to go see them in the natural state. I don't want them to see them in prison, you know?
It's
not
kind
my
of cool,
thing.
though.
No, I just don't believe in that. I don't believe in imprisoning our wild animals, you know?
It's kind of cool, though, if you think about it, because it's animals that literally aren't in Florida, aren't in America.
Yeah, like a rhino. Do they have rhinos in the zoo?
Yeah, they have rhinos.
Oh,
They
yeah?
have giraffes. They have all. It's weird how they can live in this climate.
They probably are so sick. Super sick.
Think so?
Yeah.
Well,
probably-
each of them have their own habitat.
I
which
know,
they
but they're
mock.
still sick. They don't have the air of Africa. They don't have the
They have
water of Africa.
elephants. You know, they have like hyenas, meerkats, all types of different animals.
Meerkats? I've never seen a meerkat.
Yeah,
So
chimpanzees, gorillas.
I don't need to see gorillas.
They're freaking
I
cool.
decided gorillas and chimpanzees are out of my. Since all the horrible videos I've seen,
Yeah.
they're terrifying animals.
Chimpanzees are. They'll like rip up your face.
Yeah, I've heard of many terrible stories, and these people survive.
Yeah, they survive.
Well,
And their
they
face
go
is
for
so
those
messed
stuff.
up.
They go for the balls. They go for the hands. They take everything that is like most important to you.
Yeah.
They do it on purpose, babe. They're freaking crazy.
I saw something today, and it's this guy who's like a wrestler in like Iowa or somewhere like that. I don't know. I don't remember where it said, but he's like an all-state champion wrestler. And at 6 years old, he used to live in the Congo, and a chimpanzee attacked him, messed up his face so bad, and they had to do like surgery, bunch of surgeries on his face, but it still looks so bad. It's so sad.
Oh.
Yeah.
How old?
How old is he now?
No, how old was it when the attack
6.
happened?
6 years old, and he survived.
I
Somehow.
would go
Like, his
find that
face was
freaking
so jacked
chimpanzee
up.
and I would kill it. And I would eat its meat. I would cook it, eat its meat,
I
and then
wonder-
feed it to his kids. I'd be like, eat your fucking father here.
Yeah.
Generations upon generations. I would kill all of the generations
It's just weird.
after feeding
And
it.
they have stupid strength. They have stupid monkey strength, too.
Yeah,
So
they're
it's like,
ripped. They're ripped.
they're jacked.
Dude, I'll see one. I'll be like, what you do for like the
That's
exercise?
why
What
a
are your...
silverback gorilla would easily
No.
clobber a grizzly bear.
No, I knew you were going to go to this. No.
Why not?
I already explained to you.
Why? Come on.
Look, you can't even access that. A bear, you never seen, like, gorillas are known for showing off their strength, right?
Right.
And destroying people smaller than them, right?
Right.
They're really good at just showing that muscle and being big. But you haven't seen him, like, they don't hunt. They don't actively hunt. They don't beat big things to death. You know what I'm saying?
Right. All right. We'll
With
train him.
bears, you see that. With bears, they take down things bigger than them. They take down things, like, they hunt.
I don't think they take. I don't think there's
They
very
take
many
out,
things
what is
bigger
that
than
called?
them.
What is that big thing called?
Elk and stuff like that.
Elk. There's something else.
Moose.
Moose.
Yeah.
They take down. So
Grizzly bears are fucking huge.
I've listened to this argument from an expert opinion. I don't know if I know, but a Russian guy that's like with animals, and he's like, the only way that you can be certain, like the only reason why he thinks that that's a ridiculous argument because it's the fact that chimpanzee is all about, animals are all about history. It's all about what adaptation and evolution. What are we been built to do?
Yeah.
Bears are built to hunt and kill big things. They're active at all times. Unlike chimpanzees, where we're in a community, they're more of social
Silverback
animals. Right. Silverback gorilla, same.
That's like daddy.
You don't see him go out there and kill a whole lion by himself. They're more like humans. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're more like,
Right, we're
they
talking about
use
1v1 in a controlled environment.
control environment. No, but I'm saying, like, he's saying, it's not my argument, it's his argument. When I started thinking about it, I'm like, yeah, you can't really base it off just imagination. You have to base it off what you know of the animal in their habitat, their habits, and just the hunting skill that they have. And bears just beat a silverback gorilla at all times. They literally, all they do is go, they have brute strength, but I don't think they will be able to adapt to the
They're fast
hunting vibe of a bear.
I guarantee you, if they both had a running start, silverback gorilla, grizzly bear, the silverback gorilla would fucking absolutely obliterate him.
Like, what do you mean? Like, stand off, and
Like,
then
yeah,
hit?
if they just started like charging at each other, the silverback gorilla would fucking go straight through that grizzly bear, just easy.
I don't know. I see why you say that because of the muscles and they're huge and shit. I don't
Grizzly
know.
bear's all fat.
The thing is
Silverback
with the
gorilla
grizzly
is
bear,
just
it's like,
100% pure muscle and just like.
you don't think the
he's a
bear has
fucking
muscle?
tank.
You know how much they weigh?
Right, but they hibernate. I don't know if that has to do anything with it.
No, I just.
I think they're just fat.
No, I don't think it's. Baby, if it was just fat, they wouldn't be doing shit.
I'd like to see a grizzly bear shaved.
That would be cool.
All of its hair off.
I think that would be totally different.
It would look so weird.
I think it's one of those guys that is like wear big hoodies, big pants, but they're like ripped inside.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you get it off that coat. It's like, oh, you want to see me fight? Take off the fur. You're like, oh. The gorilla will be like, oh, shoot. But I see what you're saying. So you're trying to like control it as much as possible, where it's not just like them hitting each other or like grabbing or biting each other. It's more of like impact.
Right. It's like if they like like if you put them in a big room and you tell them, hey, fight to the death kind of thing.
That's not very controllable. That goes back to me saying, well, bear knows how to hunt.
The silverback gorilla has opposable thumbs, can pick up like rocks and shit, boulders and shit, and throw it at the grizzly bear.
But it's an animal. It's not a human. It can't just adopt in a second. You know what I'm saying? Like, that took evolution for a freaking chimpanzee to find a stick and be able to like skin it out and then make a weapon. That takes so much time.
Yeah, but he's fucking big fucking gorilla with big gorilla hands.
Let me tell you, the bear will destroy that face immediately. Will demolish that. The gorilla's not gonna even know where to attack that bear because he's used to like looking at people like us or like another freaking gorilla where he can like, oh well, I'll take out their hands, we'll take out their ball. The bear is like, what the fudge is this sluggish thing?
I would love to see a 1v1.
I don't think anybody's gonna let us do that. Well, if we get enough money in the future, dude, we'll just buy one. Buy a gorilla, silverback gorilla, and buy a grizzly bear, and just do it. I don't care. We're gonna get canceled right after, but I don't care. We'll do it in Russia. They'll do it.
Russia
Russia has the slap competition.
Yeah.
Russia has apparently the tossing of like, what is it called when you um balancing act with like objects? What is it called?
Juggling?
Juggling, but juggling fighting in Russia.
Uh-huh.
I think Shane and Matt were talking about it too. This is all I find out from is that Russia has. Well, I didn't find out from Shane and Gillis that Russia had slapped. Then I saw it from a news.
Right.
But then Shane and Gillis were talking about it.
Game.
Shane and Matt. And there's also like juggling, but you have to like hit the other while juggling. Yeah. So in Russia, we're definitely doing the silverback gorilla versus grizzly bear.
Silverback versus.
Anyways, interesting fact. No.
Berry. What time does it say? 58?
Yeah, it's about time.
This is
50.
it? Huh?
50.
50.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. What? Anything else that you found out that's cool?
Not really. Mm. Hmm. Oh, I was listening about history of Mongolia, history of Korea, and Mongolia. Mongolian Empire was pretty cool.
What about it? Like
They're
Mongolian Empire, is that what you said?
So you know how you always hear about the Mongolian Empire being like savages, like they were ruthless when it came to taking over countries and stuff.
Okay.
But they were actually pretty cool. Like they were merit based.
Uh-huh.
So like the guy who started it all, I don't know his freaking name, but he started it, and like they only went for like countries, not even countries, but like areas that had good like green grass, like for herding,
Right.
because they lived in cattle, they lived with meat, they did everything with meat. They were nomads, so they would go wherever the land was the best, juiciest, the wettest,
Right.
to grow things and for their cattles, right?
Yeah.
So they would take over and like plunder these area, but then this guy was like, we can plunder all these areas and make it into an empire. And then he would like, they did a bunch of tactics. They would starve out cities first in the walls, within the walls, and wait for them to starve out and then take over for them. But then after that, they would like recruit like scientists, doctors, like architects for weapons and stuff. Like all their like smartest people, they were recruited to them, and like they wouldn't have slaves. They wouldn't slave their own people, their own Mongolian people. So they would never like, they weren't just like slaving people like people thought. Like I thought they were ruthless, because every time I heard the Mongols, they were like, yeah, they freaking destroyed everything that came around. And I'm like, no, they didn't. They actually were like pretty cool. The guy didn't work with people like, they didn't like just hire generals and stuff based on like them being like a father-in-law or an uncle or a brother. It was based on how good they were, and people can move up the ranks.
They didn't play favorites.
Right, they didn't do the class system, and like the people who they would conquer could apply to be in the Mongol Empire based on their skills and be like, well, okay. And you could enter as long as you had a skill to give. You could come into the army.
Free agents.
Yeah, they weren't like, they took. I think that's how they lasted for like 5 centuries without being taken down, because the minute they took over land,
They just give contracts to the enemies.
pretty much it would be like, yeah, be part of us, or don't be a part of us, and you're get destroyed.
You know what's gonna happen.
Right. You know,
Chop your
but
sack off.
they had tactics where it's like the reputation where they had to really take down things and like fight would spread around, and people would like see them coming and they would just give up. So it was pretty easy for them to dominate like half the world in Asia.
Yeah.
And then they were freaking, what was it that they took over? They were with against Korea too, Japan, like Korea, China, like they took all that area. But the only thing is that when they get too big, dude, empires fall. You can't get too big, because then they all get separated. Like they
Yeah.
all start being like, well, settled in their own area, and then they're like building their own ethnicity, their own ways of being, and their people.
Yeah.
And then the communication gets cut in between, and then certainly not everybody's happy about being in one. They want to be all separate. And then that's how the empire came down. And then
Yeah,
like,
too many people to rule over.
right. And then some people got greedy over all this and blah, blah, blah. and the guy died. Anyways, but I was like, it's kind of cool to know about this stuff because I also was trying to learn about Korea and how did Korea come to be, right? And then the Mongols were mentioned. I'm like, I gotta learn about the Mongols. That was the beginning of everything. Like, they're crazy. And then I learned this, and I'm like, and apparently during the Mongol era, if you travel from one area to another, they had a saying that a pretty woman can travel with a gold plate in her head from one land to the other without being bothered. And that told you how safe and how strict the Mongolians were and how fearful they could be. People were of them, of any reprimandations or corrections if they were to do anything bad in their empire. That it was so safe to just, they had that saying of like, yeah, literally it was so peaceful. But it wasn't just because of their empire too. It was also that prosperity was very, there was a lot of prosperity during that time that they got lucky too. Like there was just a lot of food going around in that area. They were well off. These countries actually liked the way they were doing things merchant-wise. They were very good at merchandising. Mongolians, baby.
Mongolians.
Now I want to go visit Mongolians. But then they got destroyed, baby.
Mongolia? Where's Mongolia at? Africa?
No, in Asia.
It is in Asia?
Uh-huh. They got destroyed after the Mongolians went down. And they still exist. Did you know that? They're still like a nomad little tribe. But they got continuously taken over by so many different types of groups.
Yeah.
And this guy was just naming them off. I'm like, dang, these people go through. And they're still living. Like, I think about tribes in Africa that are extinct from just the freaking English people taking over or the French people taking over and the tribe dead. But these people, they lived through all that crap and they're still there.
There's all types of little freaking crap, little like tribes and shit that are still there, which is kind of crazy.
There's some in Venezuela, like I told you.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy.
And it's sad though because the minute that you start taking down their land and stuff, they go.
Yeah.
They start getting sick. They don't have the medication. They don't know anything. But it's like, is it our job to go there and kind of like fix them?
They probably don't want to be fixed.
They don't even know what's being fixed. They don't even know what the phone is. Nobody even knows what a bed is. Like, they don't know what we have.
That's insane.
So is it up to us to go and be like, hey, I think it's just rude of us to go and show them a different thing when we're not going to offer them to be part of civilization.
Right.
They have to earn their keep. So it's like, they don't know anything. They don't know math. They don't know anything. All they do is like literally Venezuela, they are like just lounging around. They do their own traditions and stuff.
Yeah.
They hunt. And then that's it. And they like garden. Like they
just survive.
They farm. And that's it.
They're Walking Deading it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I got. We got to do that.
That's just crazy.
The apocalypse happens. We Walking Dead it. We go.
Yeah.
And farm out. You want to farm here? I want to do farming here.
That'd be cool, but too many trees.
Oh my God. We got to make it happen. There's ways to do it. We'll find ways.
Yeah.
I'm thinking. I'm starting with chickens and goat.
That much sunlight.
I want goat milk and I want chicken eggs.
You want goat milk, really? I don't think many goats will produce goat milk.
You're right. I'm gonna try to milk them. I don't care. Nobody can tell me nothing.
Teats.
Hey, I also did you watch my vegan video?
Which vegan video?
I sent you that video. Did you not see it?
No.
Whoo! It was good. It was a good video. It was why vegan doesn't work. Vegan diet doesn't work. Why? I don't know how it was the title.
Why not?
Bruh, it's deep. All right.
It's okay.
It's not that deep. It's just straightforward. It's like you can't replace meat. And meat has all these vitamins. I'm going to look up all these vitamins and minerals that you can get from a piece of meat. And there's literally, he's very informative. He reads data, research, and he does all the research we want to do. And he summarizes it. And he gives you where he got it from. Well, there's literally clips of people in the news saying red meat gives you cancer. Red meat is terrible. Red meat, not just terrible. Like, red meat is like having, like, a smoking.
Yeah.
Red meat is like doing cigarette every day.
Right.
And I was like, these clips are real? I heard of that, but I didn't think it was real.
Remember the video I showed you? And it's like these vegan people going to a restaurant and building a shrine around the ground beef case, like putting candles down and stuff. And like,
yeah, show me that.
Yeah, it was like a funeral for the cows. They were like building. I swear.
But I
So
never
weird.
heard people say that red meat is like smoking cigarettes. You know how crazy that is to say?
It is crazy.
But anyways, so he was just listing the fact that with meat you can get all the things. The fact is the body doesn't just work with supplementing. Like you just can't supplements work sometimes, it works some other times that doesn't. And your body sometimes doesn't take it in at all. It's just your body too. And then your gut. And then also like us in the vegan diet, you eat too much fiber. The bloating. Apparently it's like normal in the vegan community to be bloated and constipated, like digestively be fucked up a little. And they're like, yeah, it's normal. And it shows a bunch of these. It's not about the numbers, it's just the fact that these people do say. One of them was Megan from Korea, who she also said, I wasn't a vegan, but I just had too many stomach issues, so I had to like implement kind of a vegetarian diet where I could eat dairy and not get so bloated and blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And there's so many other people who've done and who have built their channels based on vegan diet, and they always ended up like, yeah, I gotta at least include like salmon or dairy. And the thing is like you need all these minerals, and like it's not just the mineral itself, it's the fact that the meat also has things that help you connect that, like they're catalysts to help you absorb those vitamins and those minerals.
Fat and stuff. You need all that fat. I feel like they don't eat enough fat.
Real fat, not vegetable and canola oil, which is what the Beyond Burger is also. They try to implement these things into it, and it's like it's not real meat, and it's the things they're supplementing with, or they're like the substitution is worse than the real thing. And the real thing is not bad if you do it correctly, first of all. And actually, you can get so much better nutrition from a freaking McDonald's burger than from a Beyond Burger.
Beyond Beef burger.
And McDonald's burger is shit.
Yeah.
But it's at least meat. It comes from real animal.
Real.
Very processed meat, but meat.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. And there was like vitamin K12 and something. And I'm like, I don't even know these things.
All these different, and like you said.
But essential for like
humans have been like
your mouth
dependent on meat for a very long time too.
Yeah,
like,
and that's what he was saying too.
Our body has evolved to like, all right, like this is what we've been eating
this
for
what
50,
works.
60 years now.
More than that.
Right. But I mean, like back in the day, like whenever people started to evolve, like that's what it was like, all right. These people are eating this stuff, like, and then our body starts evolving to like process this food to where it's like stuff that we actually need.
Yeah.
So that's what
he talked about too, is like, it's just knowing that what worked before still works now. And the things that they're substituting with, like, I get the mentality of like, well, our planet's going to shit. It's not going to shit. Let's correct that. But the whole, okay, let's now create our food so we can find ways to make it better. Like, substitute the shitty way in which we do meat.
Yeah.
And just create it in the lab. But the thing with this is that what it's showing right now, all that processed food, all the vegan diet, the vegan mothers are giving birth to kids that are smaller in weight. They don't reach the height, the tallest they can reach. Apparently, doctors, and even the excuse for that is like, well, they're tall enough. And it's like, they're not as tall as they could be. And like, they're not growing fully. And also soy. He talked about soy. And the soy boy phrase, it's real, dude.
Yeah.
The estrogen in soy, it's real.
Really?
Oh, yeah. You need to listen to, I recommend to anybody who listens to our podcast. His channel is called What I've Learned. And he's based in Japan. He does all these types of, like, experiment with his body. And also he does, like, research and stuff. And he kind of, like, he's cool. He goes through a lot to make these videos. They're cool videos.
Yeah.
And he doesn't make them boring. Like, it's not like just, like, information. Right. Like, he summarizes and makes it, like, entertaining.
Yeah.
He's cool. He's now showing his face. He used to not show his face at all. But now he is. He's really handsome. I gotta say.
Yeah.
Not really, but handsome. Oh. Anyways. Yeah, I was watching that and I was like, dang, I need to research what these minerals are and, like, actually get good amount of protein and make sure that I'm in butter, cheese. All these things are
They're
saturated facts that people were like, people were like the real butter and all that. It's better than your freaking trans fat. Well, I can't believe it's butter. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's all that shit. It's vegetable oil, canola oil. Inflamed your body.
Yeah, it's trash.
So it just made me go even harder on the fact that being an omnivore about diet, he said, it's not just about being in just pure meat. Some autoimmune diseases do need a pure meat kind of diet. It helps a lot.
Yeah.
But he's saying an omnivore diet is what we've been living on. And the thing is, back then, apparently you couldn't find anything sweeter than a carrot when you were back then. Way back when we were like, roaming around.
And stuff? What about forbidden fruit?
Back then, the sweetest thing you could find in terms of like fruit and plants would be carrots. They didn't have that many options when it came to like plants.
Interesting.
So it was cool. I want to learn about the past. That was cool.
Yeah.
Anyways, you need to watch that. I can't believe you didn't.
Yeah. I was doing shit. You know
Anyways,
what I mean?
I'm not going to begin.
I could have listened to it while I cooked and stuff.
Yeah, I guess you just didn't care enough.
I was listening to other things.
Yeah. I'm just saying, I'm trying to help out these kids out here,
Yeah. Gotta educate yourself.
I'm trying to educate myself so I can help the kids out there. Because I want boys to have testosterone, babe.
Educating, though.
Well, if I know, then I can be able to be like, yo, there's bigger things out there.
You can preach to the choir.
Not preach. I don't really like preaching because I also need to work on my communication skills. So.
Yeah.
But I do. Whatever, dude. You're being lame. Anyways, this is in the podcast.
Rage quit. You're a rage quitter.
Bye-bye.
No, you're a rage quitter.
Thank you guys for
Any closing
watching
thoughts?
our podcast. It was just a Roxy and Roxy. So
what
it was fun.
Oh,
Thank you.
You started